And I'm going to go out to room 110 and I'm going to say, hi, I'm Susan. Hi, Gina. Thanks for coming in. You have your forms, it looks like. Thanks. I'm just going to take a second and look through them because I want to make sure that we've got everything complete. That's great. Looks like you signed and dated all of those and this last one. So come on in. We're going to meet in this room today. We might meet in different rooms. And yeah, have a seat. And I wanted to make sure that you knew that I had an observer. And they're just here actually to observe me. And they're going to give me feedback between sessions. But I wanted to first spend a couple of minutes talking about the forms, seeing if you have any questions about them. I just want to hit some highlights. I don't need to go into all the details. But I want you to know that what we talk about in here is confidential. There are some limits to that confidentiality. If I think you're going to hurt somebody else or somebody, or if you're going to hurt yourself, then I have to let somebody know. And it's important for you to know that I'm supervised by my instructor as well as a doc student, so they'll be looking at my work. Some other things that I think are helpful for you to know is that we'll have 6 sessions. They'll be 30 minutes each. Really this is your time to explore what's going on for you. The way that I see counseling is a lot like a conversation, but with some differences. The focus is on you, and my job is actually to help you to explore, and then also maybe figure out some things that you might do that will move you in the direction that you want to go in. Does that make sense? So I'm wondering what questions you might have about forms or information.
How long do we meet for?
So 6 sessions, and each session is half an hour. So we'll meet this week, and next week, and then
Are you gonna psychoanalyze me?
It sounds like you're worried that I might. Yeah. So what's your experience with counseling?
I don't have any.
So what do you think counseling is?
Go and get advice from someone on what to do if you have a problem.
And I think a lot of people have that impression of what counseling is, but really, I'm not going to give any advice. I've been strictly told not to. And that might be a different experience for you. But you're certainly welcome to ask questions as we go too, and we'll figure out, how to respond to them, what direction to take. Yeah. How will that work for you?
Okay, that sounds good.
So, for today, I'm wondering where you'd like to start.
Well, I'm kind of worried about time management,
Mm-hmm.
because I've gotten a lot busier than I'm used to lately, and lots of classes and responsibilities, and I feel like I just don't have time for anything, and so I'm pretty overwhelmed with all of it.
Mm-hmm. So the major piece of what's going on is time management, and what goes along with it is feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, and I feel like every time I write something on my to-do list, I'll scratch it off, and then I have another thing, and 3 more things, and then 4 more things, and it never finishes.
It keeps just,
Yeah.
it's an endless list.
Yeah.
And I can understand then how you would feel overwhelmed if it just never stops.
Right. Just more and more things, and sometimes you feel like you just can't say no because they're expected of you.
Well, part of time management for you is not being able to say no to requests that people make.
Yeah, because they might say that you can do this if you want, want, and there's really sort of an undertone, like you kind of have to do this, and so if you say no, you might seem like you're, I don't know, maybe slacking or not, performing at par of whatever's expected.
So saying no then has different layers to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's one layer that says, you feel this, there's a pull.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't say no, then what will they think of you?
Mm-hmm.
And there's another layer to it too. So that's one, and then how you feel about yourself even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I really wish I could just say, you know what, this is enough. I think this is good enough. But
Mm-hmm.
then I feel that, like, I feel like there's a conflict between how I feel about myself and what makes me happy versus what is going to make other people happy,
Mm-hmm.
like my supervisors or, bosses or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm okay with content and good enough, they want excel.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just kind of tired.
Yeah, that's a real conflict. So on the
Yeah.
one hand, you want to really pay attention and be able to say no, and on the other, there's this pull to be better and more and.
Yeah, do more really, not just be better, but just do more.
Mm.
Yeah, because what I do is always good. People are pleased with what I do, but I have this thing where I don't want to always be working. I really just want to relax sometimes, and I'm cool with putting the work aside, but
Yeah.
people around me are just working 24/7, and
So there's this really inner conflict.
Yeah.
What do I do about that? I
Yeah.
can't say no. I have to say yes. But I really want to take care of myself.
Mhm.
There's sort of like that, and that sounds endless, almost like your to-do list.
yes.
It's sort of it keeps circling around.
Yeah, it makes me anxious too, and I don't like being anxious because I'm very much I hate schedules. I do them because I have to stay on top of things.
Mhm.
And I just want to be better able to say, you know what, that's enough. This is enough. I'm doing enough, and quit asking me for stuff.
Mhm. Well, and we have just a couple more minutes, so we've gone from time management to what you just said, which sounds like the essence, which is I just like to say. What we could do is, in our future sessions, explore what stops you from saying no. One is anxiety, another is how you perceive yourself, how you want others to perceive you as well. So there are some different things that we could certainly explore, and then figure out what you might want to do or not do about it. So at the end of each session, what I'm going to do is actually pull out this form right here, and I've already filled out your name and today's date as well as my name, but what it says here is these are some things to think about and work on until my next session. So based on what you said so far, what would you want to think about or work on between now and the next time we meet?
I might try and think about what I could say no to without maybe getting in trouble, or just figure out which ones I absolutely have to do, and maybe which ones I might be able to say, okay, I don't have to do this.
So I try to capture as close as possible what you said. One is to think about what you can say no to, and what's related is which do you have to do and which do you might not. And I think I got that all confused, but
I know what it means.
Okay, all right. So what I've already written down is the next day and time that we'll meet. It's the same time every week and the same day, Wednesday. So our time is 7:30 on Wednesdays. If something comes up and you're not able to make it, I think you have my instructor's, contact information, so you can just get in touch with her.
Okay.
All right, so you get a copy of this, and I'll keep the copy, and I'll just